Hello, everyone. Today, I have a truly powerful story to share with you. This isn't just for improving your listening skills. It's also meant to ignite deep motivation within you. The title of this story is Nothing Comes Without Effort, and it shows how hard work and determination can completely transform a person's life. There was a 20-year-old young man named Leo. He lived in a small, peaceful town surrounded by mountains. Leo had big dreams. He wanted to build a chain of restaurants and become a successful entrepreneur. But his journey was not easy. His family was struggling financially. His father, Mark, worked as a mechanic, and his mother, Claire, cleaned houses just to support the family. Leo also had a younger sister, Sophie, only 10 years old. She looked up to him and saw him as her hero. One cold evening, Leo sat outside his small house, staring at the stars. He whispered to himself, "I want to give my family a better life, but where do I even begin when we barely have enough to survive?" The next day, Leo shared his dreams with his father. Mark sighed and said, "Leo, nothing in life is free. If you want something, you must fight for it. Start with whatever you have, even if it's small." Leo thought deeply about those words, and suddenly, an idea came to his mind. He noticed that people in his town loved fresh bread, but they had to travel far to get it. So he decided to sell fresh bread locally. But there was one big problem. He had no money to buy bread. Still, he chose to take a risk. Leo walked miles to meet the bakery owner, Mr. Anderson. Mr. Anderson was known to be strict, and he rarely trusted anyone. But Leo spoke with confidence. "Sir, I want to sell your bread in my town. I don't have money right now, but if you trust me for 1 week, I will sell it, return your money, and keep a small profit." Mr. Anderson raised an eyebrow and asked, "Why should I trust you?" Leo replied firmly, "Because I am determined, and I will prove it with my hard work." After a long pause, Mr. Anderson agreed. "All right, 1 week, but if you fail, don't come back." Leo was excited. The very next morning, he carried the bread back to his town and set up a small stall near the park. With energy and a smile, he called out, "Fresh bread, warm and delicious." At first, people were hesitant, so Leo offered free samples, and slowly, trust began to build. By the end of the day, he had sold all the bread and made a small profit. That evening, he returned the money to Mr. Anderson. The old man nodded and said, "You kept your word. Come again tomorrow." From that day on, Leo worked tirelessly. He woke up at a.m., walked to the bakery, carried the bread, and sold it with passion. After 2 months, he saved enough money to buy a small cart. Now he could carry more bread and sell more easily. One day, a customer suggested, "Leo, why don't you bake your own bread? You're good at selling, but if you bake, you learn more." This idea excited Leo, but it also scared him. He had never baked anything before. That's when Leo realized, nothing comes free. Not success, not learning, not growth. If I want to succeed, I must take risks and learn. So Leo decided to ask Mr. Anderson for help. The next morning, he said, "Sir, can you teach me how to bake?" Mr. Anderson frowned. "Why should I? If you learn, you'll stop buying from me." Leo replied honestly, "You're right, but I will never forget the person who gave me my first chance. And if I succeed, I will always support your bakery." Mr. Anderson thought for a moment, then finally said, "Fine, but baking is not easy. It takes time, patience, and hard work." The training began early the next morning. At a.m., before sunrise, Leo reached the bakery. He learned how to mix flour, knead dough, and bake properly. In the beginning, he struggled a lot. His hands hurt, and his bread often came out too hard or too soft. One day, after ruining another batch, Leo sat down, feeling defeated. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I should quit. But then, he remembered his father's words. Dreams are not free. He realized every mistake was teaching him something. Giving up was not an option. The next day, he returned with even stronger determination. Step by step, he improved. After 2 weeks, Mr. Anderson handed him a loaf and said, "This is perfect, Leo. You're ready." Leo felt overjoyed. He rented a small oven and started baking bread at home. His family was amazed by his dedication. Sophie helped him pack the bread, and his mother supported him as he worked late into the night. Soon, Leo expanded his business. He started making cookies, pastries, and more. People loved his products. They said, "Leo's bread is the best we've ever had." But success was not easy. One day, a new bakery opened in town, run by a young man named Eric. His shop was big, modern, and beautifully decorated. Customers became curious, and slowly, Leo's sales started dropping. Leo felt worried. What if I lose everything? But instead of panicking, he chose to improve. He asked his customers, "What do you like about Eric's bakery? What can I do better?" Some said, the shop looked attractive. Others said, the cakes had beautiful designs. Leo understood. He needed to grow, not just as a baker, but as a businessman. He used his savings, painted his cart, added decorations, and started offering free samples of new items. He even learned cake decoration by watching videos in the library. Slowly, customers returned. One evening, an elderly woman said, "I've seen many young people give up in hard times, but you didn't. That's why we trust you." Those words filled Leo with pride. Months passed, and his business grew. Finally, he saved enough money to open a small shop. He named it Leo's Fresh Bakes. It wasn't big, but it was warm and welcoming. Every morning before sunrise, he baked fresh bread and opened with a smile. His family stood beside him. Sophie, now 11, loved talking to customers, and Claire managed the accounts. But Leo knew this was not the end of his journey. Then, life tested him again. One stormy night, as he was closing the shop, he noticed smoke coming from inside. He rushed in and saw a fire near the oven. He quickly stopped it, but much of his equipment was damaged. The next morning, people gathered around his shop. Some worried, others whispered, "Is this the end?" Leo felt heartbroken, but not defeated. He stood outside and said, "This is just another challenge. I will not give up." He made a plan, but his savings were not enough. For a moment, fear entered his mind. Then he remembered he had once started with nothing. So instead of worrying, he took action. He went to Mr. Anderson, now retired, and asked for advice. Mr. Anderson smiled and said, "Leo, you already know the answer. Work harder, believe in yourself, and others will believe in you too." Inspired, Leo started again. He baked from home, with whatever he had left. He told his customers, "I won't let you down, even if I serve less for now." The people of the town admired his courage. Some donated ingredients, some gave money, and others helped repair his shop. Leo realized something powerful. When you work hard and never give up, people notice, and they support you. After months of effort, Leo reopened his bakery, and this time, it was better than ever. New paint, new designs, and new items like cupcakes and muffins. Customers were overjoyed. On the grand reopening day, even the mayor came and said, "Leo, you are an inspiration. You have shown that determination makes anything possible." Leo stood before everyone and said, Thank you. You taught me that nothing in life is free. Not success, not respect, not love. Everything must be earned through hard work, patience, and persistence. Never let failure stop you. Every challenge is a step forward. From that day, Leo's bakery became more than just a shop. It became a symbol of hope. People from nearby towns came to meet him, and Leo's story teaches us dreams require effort. Failure is a lesson. Growth needs persistence. And those who help themselves receive support. Leo didn't just build a business. He built a life filled with purpose, pride, and respect. And you can do the same. Whatever your dream is, keep chasing it, because nothing comes free, but everything is possible. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked this video, please subscribe my channel, Elite English.